When it comes to relationships, knowing when to part ways with a toxic person can be one of the most challenging decisions you'll face. It's a reality that not everyone is equipped for mature and constructive conversations. And I've had to learn that through experience on both ends of the topic, which we will be discussing today. There are individuals who might listen to your calm and sincere attempts to communicate and still interpret your words as a personal attack. Anyone encounter that? Me. It's frustrating, isn't it? You approach the conversation with love and genuine desire to express how something affects you, only for them to twist your honesty into something offensive. Instead of grasping the opportunity for deeper connection, they often respond defensively, shutting down or creating an argument when all you seek is peace and, to connect with someone. Over time, I've realized that I simply do not have the energy to engage in these kinds of interactions anymore. There was a point in my life where I would over explain myself, replaying over the conversation in my mind. I would analyze how I could have chosen my words more differently, approach the situation with a softer touch. I'm not even sure how to make the conversation less hostile when you're trying to talk to a toxic person. But I have come to the understanding that this is not sustainable when you're in a toxic relationship. Now I find myself at a different point. I have learned to accept being misunderstood. I'm not inclined to dwell on every disagreement or to dissect every word that was said. I prioritize protecting my inner peace, even if it means going without that sense of closure that we often crave. It's essential to acknowledge that not everyone is ready for meaningful dialogue. Not everyone is eager to take accountability for their actions, and not every relationship is worth the effort of trying to explain myself repeatedly or yourself repeatedly. It's just not worth it. It's a hard truth, but some individuals simply choose not to hear you. And coming to terms with this has been liberating. It really has. It's important to understand that not every situation requires fixing. Not every misunderstanding needs to be revisited or unpacked again. I've reached a stage in my life where I value tranquility over the need to prove a point. I consider this a form of growth, a step towards personal freedom. Realizing that you can let go of relationships that don't serve you anymore, it's a powerful revelation. You deserve to surround yourself with individuals who appreciate and understand the effort you put into communication and connection with one another, especially if you're on the spectrum. The way we communicate is very different compared to a lot of neurotypical individuals, and our actions speak louder than our words. Let's talk about the signs that might help you recognize when it's time to let go of a toxic person. One major indicator is persistent negativity. If a person constantly brings you down or drains your energy, you might want to reevaluate the impact they have on your life. Healthy relationships should uplift you and make you feel supported, not constantly exhausted or anxious. Another warning sign is lack of support. In times of need, when you share your achievements, you should feel encouraged and celebrated by those around you. If a person often belittles your success or dismisses your struggles, it's essential to consider whether their presence is beneficial to your well-being. Pay attention to how often you find yourself walking on eggshells. If you feel the need to carefully choose your words or manage your behavior to avoid confrontation, this indicates an unhealthy dynamic. Healthy relationships should allow for open communication and the freedom to express yourself without fear of backlash. This was something I didn't understand growing up in a toxic environment and not being diagnosed autistic until I was in adulthood. Toxicity can also manifest in controlling behavior. If someone constantly seeks to dictate aspects of your life, from who you associate with to how you should feel about certain situations, it's a clear sign that the relationship may be more harmful than helpful. Additionally, if the relationship is marked by an imbalance of effort, where one person is always giving and the other is taking, it can lead to significant disconnection. Relationships should involve mutual respect and investment. Upon recognizing these signs, it's important to engage in some self-reflection. Consider your own feelings and needs in the relationship. Are you genuinely happy, or are you constantly battling negative emotions? Giving yourself space to evaluate your feelings, it's crucial, necessary, and needed. And if someone tells you no, that's a sign of a toxic individual. If you decide that letting go is the right course of action, do so with kindness and respect. Ending a relationship can be difficult, but it can also be empowering. Embrace the sense of freedom that comes from prioritizing your well-being. In conclusion, I'm going to wrap things up here. Understanding when to let go of a toxic individual in your life is a crucial part of maintaining your mental and emotional health, no matter if you're on the spectrum or not. It's okay to value peace and self-respect above the need of closure or the desire to fix every misunderstanding. Embrace the growth, and remember, your happiness should always be a priority. I'm Danielle. If you like this, like, subscribe. See you in the next video.